Yo, what's going on, guys? Owen, back for Q&A Thursday number 7. Um, Sorry for a bit of an early upload today, but obviously England matches tonight, and I need to get up to London as me and my dad have got tickets, which is going to be amazing. So hope you enjoy this. Obviously, I've only got a couple of questions this week, but they're kind of big topics, so let's get right to the Q&A. That failed. Right, so the first question is from my cousin Reese, and he asked me for my views on Donald Trump. My views on Donald Trump are that he is an absolute big idiot. The reason why I say this is that because of his policies for what he's got for Mexicans and for Muslims. It's out of order to ban Muslims from America. If he was to do that with any other country as well, everyone would turn on him and possibly start a war, but that wouldn't happen because he says that it's going to crush IS all by America's south when they're not going to. That's because they need the help of us, the British, obviously. They need the Syrian army, they need Russians, the Iraqis, the Kurdish militias, and then also to make Mexico pay for the wall that he is building. Why? Why, Trump? You an idiot. You can't make someone pay for the thing that you're building when it isn't even their fault. Just because America has better living standards than Mexico doesn't mean that you have to build a wall to block off Mexicans from getting into America. I know it's for illegal immigrants, but legally as well. That's just stupid. And they'll probably find a way to dig under it anyway, or go through it. So, And the thing is that if he does ban Muslims from America, he obviously has his portfolio of Trump Towers. He has one in New York, one in LA, one in Toronto, even though that's in Canada, so they wouldn't do anything to that one. I think he's got one in Miami and one in Houston or Dallas. I can't remember. And in Chicago. But that would just be outright mean to ban all Muslims. That means that no one... that's even saying... I know he isn't banning all the Muslims that are already in America, but what if they have family outside of America and they go out to they fly out to go and see them, and then they come back, even though they're an American citizen, they get banned from going back into their own country? That guy is on some messed up beliefs, I think. And the thing about the Trump Towers is that I'm not saying that it will happen, but this is a theory that I've got. Is that possibly I'm not saying that it's going to happen. This is a theory that I have. Is that possibly that either ISIS or someone like that would go and do... well done. Would go and possibly do 9/11 all over again. I know that is seeming really mean, but just think of the situation. Like what happened with 9/11. It was Al-Qaeda taking their revenge against George Bush. If Donald Trump was to try and wipe out ISIS, they would take their revenge on Donald Trump by knocking into one of his Trump Towers. I don't know. I'm not saying if you agree with me, just comment. But put your views on what I've just said down in the comments section below. And also, try and get some questions on YouTube, please. I need to remember to put up my questions, like to put up the post on Facebook to get the questions, because I only did it yesterday, and that's how I've only got 2 questions. And so the second one is my dad asked me this off of Facebook. So we were talking last night, and obviously we're talking about England and the football. And I was like, "What are you thinking about the EU referendum coming up?" And he was like, "Well, what are your views on it?" So I said, "Okay, I'll do this for tomorrow's video." So with the current Brexit situation, I think that we need to stay inside the EU. I think this because if we go out of the EU, we would have massive overhauls in all different departments. All sport would have to be like redone as in terms of rules and stuff for the EU shit stuff, whatever. Our borders would get weaker because we can't just let people from the EU in. We'd have to set up separate borders for people for the EU to come in from. And then like trade deals would stop. It would cost more money to go into Europe, mainland Europe, that is. Then yeah, like other stuff would happen. But then if we stay inside, nothing's gonna happen. All what's gonna happen is that we're gonna have to strengthen up our borders and sort out our money situation at the minute. Sort out what's going on with NATO and all of that, and then hopefully Britain will go on, because all the people who are voted out at the minute are 50 and 60 years old. This is what my dad was saying last night. They're just caring about themselves. They're not caring about the future generation, so like our age, and then they're not caring about if we have kids. They're just focusing on themselves. This is what my dad was saying, because my dad says that he wants to have the best future for me, my sisters, and our children if we have any in the future. So, So, my view is that we have to stay in, because otherwise if we vote out, there'll be loads of stuff to change and it wouldn't help for the future. So, hope you enjoyed. Obviously remember that it's a 2-week cycle for Q&A Thursdays now. So, you've got 2 weeks to comment questions on YouTube, and you'll have 2 weeks to comment on my post on Facebook. So I've been Owen, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.